The seeker is one who sits on a sofa of the lazy boy. and and you need not to do extreme austerity. You need not to go to the Himalayas. You need not to do the fasting. Lazy boy chair, sofa, you sit, close your eyes, and start contemplation. That is the life of a seeker. Choose anything, totally reclined couch, and ask yourself, where is the real self? We don't ask this question. And real self is here and now. Where I am the real self. Water is already present behind the waves. The gold is already present behind the earrings and necklace. Huh? Welcome, Lara. So, our question today is, does mind have any idea about permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom? That is our topic today. So, what you have to do with the body, that is why I said sit on a lazy boy chair, recline couch, close your eyes, and ask that question. We need not to go for any extreme practices when we are a seeker. Yes, we need it when it is required. So, listening means that you receive the knowledge. Contemplation and reflection means you oppose that knowledge in the mind, which takes you to stress and suffering because it is caused by the wrong notion. Are you getting it? And meditation is to remove all those impressions. You are already there. The three steps. Listening, we receive the knowledge. Contemplation and reflection means that we oppose the knowledge causing me sorrow and suffering. I gave another definition. I don't know, let me know it. I don't understand, let me understand it. So now I'm giving another definition. So I oppose the knowledge in the mind that causing me stress and suffering. How to oppose that knowledge? Ask yourself, sitting with the closed eyes and thinking, contemplation, and then what is left? Practice to remove all those impressions. So go back to the first question. Does our mind have any idea about the permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom? What is the answer that is coming to your mind? Can I say the mind has a faint idea about permanent peace and happiness? Do I love peace? Do I ever ask this question to myself? Tell me openly. I don't have money. I have problem with my honey. I have problem with my body. I have an appointment with the doctor. Do I love peace and happiness? That question, when you ask, the mind instantly answers yes. And the moment answers yes, the intellect confirms that peace is my essential nature. Mind does not want to believe. I have a lot of challenges in my life. I carry the burden of sorrow and suffering on my shoulders every day. That knowledge needs to be opposed. Why? Now we all are seekers. We are not learning in the beginning, calm down, close your eyes, relax. No, 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 no. We are we are now very deep into the journey. And then ask, where is peace and happiness? It is within me. Mind says no. Again, sit on a couch, lazy boy chair. Ask the question. Until this mind says, yes, peace and happiness are within me, you will see 25% of your challenges drops. Another 50% drops by contemplation and reflection, and the rest is done by the practice. So, what did I say? First step, listening, receiving the knowledge, listening, contemplation and reflection, opposing the knowledge that is causing the stress and suffering, and then practicing it. Ask another question. This peace and happiness, love and wisdom, inside or outside? We all say, I'm fully busy, over busy, remain over busy. But ask, where is peace and happiness? You are busy outside, but peace and happiness remains inside. Ask yourself simple questions with a smile on the face. We never ask this question. So the moment you ask question, you become aware. Monitor is there, person, honey is there, uh, kids are there, friends are there. No, peace and happiness are not there. It doesn't mean that you leave them. They are not there. Peace and happiness is out inside. Mind must be settled in that knowledge. This is what our masters have been teaching us. And I have already told you more than I would say another 100 research studies have been done, and many papers are published in American Journal of Psychology. That those people who are over busy, they are searching peace and happiness outside. No doubt their level of IQ is 70% higher than average healthy individuals. Why? Because their intellect is searching peace and happiness outside, and they put hundreds of logic. A lot of research papers are published. So I was talking to one student, and then she researched into those, and she said, yes, you are right. I said, you are also right. Your IQ is 70% more than me. We both are right. Why it happens? We do not think. Ask the next question and answer. Why should we remove the idea that one day we will go to heaven? At present, we are in hell. Heaven is outside. Now Lara has a smile. Heaven is outside, hell is outside, permanent peace and happiness inside. Can my mind simply think, live with this malaise? In heaven, we have a river of vodka, angels for pleasure. So you see, Eastern wisdom drops all the ideas of religion, cult, dogma, belief. When I say heaven, it means it is in the future. First thing. And second thing, that after the death, I will go to heaven. What the hell I will do after the death if I go to heaven? I want peace and happiness here and now. Look at the reasoning our masters make. And then they simplify. Heaven means favorable conditions created by the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. You have favorable conditions at home, at office, at workplace, on the highway. How it is favorable? You are driving under a speed limit. And what happens in the family? Withdraw yourself from those issues where your mind has been reacting. You are teaching your mind. I can tell you, heaven will be there. Withdraw first, contemplate and reflect second, practice meditation third, wait for a revelation that how should I respond, not to react. You react, hell is there. So, but why it is not happening? I heard this message 100 times. Why this happens? Now we are a seeker, you can say at the second level. We are contemplation. Why is our intellect hiding behind the mind? That is the reason. That is why I do not contemplate. That is why I don't find the time for myself. In the society, we say, no, I have been very busy. I don't find the time for myself. For myself? What I'm doing in my life? For what? What I'm doing in my life and for what? I have to be a little harder in these speaking so that you become a seeker. Why I'm so busy? Only reason, the intellect is hiding behind our mind. But ask the next question, why the intellect is hiding behind my mind? You have to connect all the dots. That is what I'm doing. Do you still remember the 3 diseases of the mind? Okay, no problem. Lazy boy chair, close your eyes and contemplate. 3 diseases of the mind is attachment. 1, sorrow and suffering. 2, third is the delusion, wrong notion. Because of the wrong notion, mind is hiding the intellect. Are you getting it? So simple. So that is why we say the wealth cannot buy happiness and peace. Relationship cannot buy peace and happiness. Whether you become soulmate or sourmate, whether you marry, you are single or you are divorced. They are not the conditions for my peace and happiness. Including the physical illness, Terry. That is also not the condition for my peace and happiness. And still we are running. Why? We do not guide the mind through contemplation and reflection. Sitting on a lazy boy chair and contemplate. It is the easiest thing to do. But why I am not doing? Because the intellect is hiding behind the mind. Clear? Why to bring intellect in front of the mind? Ask the next question. To purify this mind through contemplation. So if Bill Gates think over it on sitting on he has many chairs and couches. That why I live loveless life, he will find the answer. Hope that he will not sue me. But I have a reason to answer. I will, if he summons me, I'm ready. So what happens? Do you understand that the mind is wandering, distracted only because of attachment, sorrow, and delusion? I am fully busy only because of three reasons. Think of it. Oppose this knowledge. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. You cannot oppose any knowledge. It has been tested, validated, verified by more than 3,000 teachers. Whether it is Buddha, Rama, Krishna, Paramhans, include Jesus. These great masters, Confucius. So when I start thinking, these principles becomes mine. And when these principles becomes mine, you are free. Do you understand why the mind is wandering, distracted, blames, complains, reacts? Think of this. Think of this. So you have understood, you all are seeker. Ask yourself, am I ready to filter impure from the pure mind? I have to still use the mind. Mind is a necessary evil. I have to use it. But I'm a user or a pleasure seeker. Did I cover that? No. When the mind is a pleasure seeker, you are gone. Hell and heaven. When you are a user of the mind, you know when, where, how to use this mind as an instrument, the way you use the car. Did I not cover? I will cover that. So one Upanishad says, Manohi devidham proktam shuddham cha ashuddham eva cha ashuddham kama sankalpam shuddham kam vivarjatam. What a beautiful first verse of the Upanishad. Amrit Bindu Upanishad. Mind is of two types. Who knows it? Intellect. Pure and impure. Impure mind caused by three diseases. Do you recall? Attachment and detachment. No, I don't have time. So, okay, then suffer if you don't have time. Then don't complain. Or hell and heaven are waiting for you. You look at it. Look at the beauty of understanding. Ashuddham, the impure mind, is caused by the detachment, one factor. Second disease, it leads to sorrow and suffering. It continues. Why? Because of wrong notions. Peace is outside, happiness is outside. Honey, you blame me for this. That's why I'm unhappy, I'm in stress. Throw these thoughts away. You don't need them. Why? We are human beings. Why? We have an intellect. Why? Intellect can make a choice. This is the teaching I always wanted to teach. But until you become a seeker, then only I can speak this. So mind is of two types: impure mind, suffering from a disease; pure mind, diseases are gone. Drop all these diseases. How? By contemplation and reflection. Am I saying you, please believe me, close your eyes, I will bless you, I will send you to heaven? I'm not saying this. It's a pure understanding. Am I ready to filter impure from the pure mind by contemplation? And if we filter, what happens? 50% of the problems are gone, even if you may not have an IQ which is 70% higher than the average healthy individual. Do you know that those who have 70 or 80% higher IQ, my son was telling me, they are living in RV outside Google headquarters. Their earning is more than $150,000 annually. And many of them are beggars. They lost everything. I have to use those examples, they are fact and truth. I was looking at the interview, what I was, from where you are graduate? No, I'm graduate from MIT. What? Where are you? I'm living on a street. Still, they have 70% higher IQ than us. Choose what you want to, where you want to live. I can give you hundreds of examples. So now ask the next question: why my mind continues to wander and distract? Because if it is distracted, if it is wandering, I'm over busy, then I'm suffering from 3 diseases. Do you still remember the 3 diseases of the mind? I believe so. So now from where they are coming? Master answers, they are coming from past impressions. Sanskara is the storehouse. Patanjali says karma shaya, reservoir of karmas. They have created a lot of impressions. Oh, that is why I'm doing meditation. Now you have connected the dots. That is because I'm practicing meditation to throw out all the impressions. What will happen? Mind lives in the natural state. What is natural state of the mind will reflect the real self. That is meditation. 1 minute of instant relaxation is not meditation. 1 minute, 5 minutes. No, no, no. That is not there. So now you see, you have gone to the root why the mind is distracted, why the mind is wandering. Once I understand it clearly, what happens during the day? Your mind returns to the old habit of anxiety. The intellect says, oh, because I don't know, that is, I have an anxiety. Intellect instantly wants to know. It recalls all those principles. Your anxiety is gone. I should not make a statement. I should say anxiousness. It means the same thing. Because if I say anxiety can be removed, then psychologists and psychiatrists will chase me. I have to, because they are put on YouTube, so you have to be careful. Where is? Who knows wandering and who knows the focus? Tell me. In you. Don't seek the help from anyone. The seeker knows my mind is wandering. Intellect is in front. Contemplate. Who knows my mind is distracted? The intellect in you knows. That is why you go to the doctor. At least you know it. So here the master says, you know it, sharpen your intellect to help you discover the real self. Well, if you want to go to MIT and other stuff, then obviously you have to increase your IQ. But don't land up becoming a beggar. Kabir was virtually a weaver. He was one of the greatest master ever lived. He is known as the Rumi of India. Shoemaker, Raidas was a shoemaker. How many shoemaker becomes the great masters? He continued his profession. He said, I have realized outer profession has nothing to do with it. Think of this. So ask these questions. What are those questions? Does mind have any idea about permanent peace and happiness, love and wisdom? If mind has an idea, then what should we do here and now? Because the mind is within me. Ask, a peace and happiness outside or inside? Why should we remove the idea that heaven and hell are in my life? Remove that idea. Why our intellect is hiding behind the mind? Answer this question. Hammer your mind again and again. Mind, why you are hiding my intellect? You need not to do this. No, I have understood you, but I'm very busy. I will think over this question next time. Come on. Come on, what you are doing? You are a seeker. Are you getting it? This is what happens in our life. Otherwise, peace and happiness is here and now. Remember these questions. If you don't remember, go through it, and I hope you will. There is no truth in the hope. Anyhow, let us start our practice.